Ahsoka Season 1 brought back Star Wars' mysterious Force Witches. The Nightsisters and Ahsoka Season 2 might give them an unexpected ally. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. The Nightsisters of Dathomir, who were previously thought to have been wiped out, have made a resurgence thanks to Ahsoka, and their population is expected to thrive once again. The alliance between the Nightsisters and Thrawn is fragile, as the Nightsisters were not happy with his methods and showed signs of disagreement. There is a possibility of an alliance between the Nightsisters and the Mandalorians, as they have been allies before through their connection with Darth Maul, and the Mandalorians could use the Nightsisters' powerful magic as a weapon against the Imperial remnant. The Nightsisters of Dathomir may gain a surprising Star Wars ally in Ahsoka Season 2. Since the end of the Clone Wars, there have been very few known Nightsisters in the main Star Wars galaxy. However, Ahsoka has officially brought the mysterious Force Witches back to a galaxy far, far away. At the end of Ahsoka Season 1, the Great Mothers and Grand Admiral Thrawn brought crates likely full of dead Nightsisters to Dathomir. This is significant because the Nightsisters were murdered in the Nightsister Purge after they crossed then-Chancellor and secret Sith Lord Sheev Palpatine, leaving very few alive in the main galaxy. Judging by how many crates were on the Chimera, it appears their population will thrive once again. Now that they have made their resurgence, they may look for more allies given how their people were massacred in the past. At the end of Ahsoka Season 1, the Nightsisters did not look happy with Thrawn. While they didn't verbally protest about his methods, the look on their faces said it all. This is unsurprising, given that Thrawn showed little to no regard for their wishes. Because of his emphasis on strategy and effectiveness, Thrawn often does things that anger others. He only sacrifices things, including lives, when he deems it necessary, but if he does deem it necessary, he does not hesitate, even if it upsets others. He deliberately left Morgan Elsbeth behind to die. When one of the Great Mothers said, "Morgan is dead," in a tone that conveyed a quiet upset, Thrawn simply responded, "She has done what was required." He also opened fire on the Great Mother's fortress, with no consideration for the fact that, although they were unlikely to ever return to Peridea, they might see it as sacred. When he gave the order, the Great Mothers turned sharply to look at him, but Thrawn ignored them. There is evidence that the Great Mothers never liked Thrawn. Whenever he asked them to do things, all they said was that the strings of fate demanded it. Clearly, they only work with him insofar as they believe it is necessary. Further, he appears to have asked Morgan to sacrifice herself in part because of her loyalty to Dathomir. It was obvious that everything Morgan did was for Dathomir and not the Empire. After all, she pledged her life to the Great Mothers and accepted their power. When Thrawn said, "For the Empire," she whispered, "For Dathomir." Given Thrawn's intelligence, there's no way he didn't know that Morgan only truly cared about the Nightsisters. Thrawn's true intentions in Ahsoka are to save the galaxy from the Grisks, and he sees the Empire as the only way to do that. As such, he cannot afford to have people in his inner circle with conflicting interests. That's likely why he got rid of Morgan. Once the Great Mothers have served their purpose, he will likely abandon them as well. Their alliance is very fragile and tentative. There was a brief period when the Dathomirian Darth Maul took over Mandalore. When Maul ruled Mandalore, it was the Mandalorians who saved him from certain death during the end of the Nightsister Purge. While Ahsoka Tano worked with Bo Katan Kryze to depose Maul, there were still Mandalorians who defended him. After all, Mandalorians as a whole respect a person's fighting abilities above anything else, which is why most Mandalorians will become loyal to someone who wins the sacred darksaber in combat. Darth Maul did so, and this resulted in many Mandalorians following him willingly despite his position as an outsider. While it may seem an unlikely alliance, the Mandalorians and the Nightsisters have been allies before through Darth Maul. Darth Maul was allied with the Nightsisters. After all, they were the ones who used their magic to restore his mind and give him new legs. They also twisted Savage Opress for him, giving him a brother and powerful ally. They were enemies of both Count Dooku, Palpatine/Darth Sidious replacement apprentice, and Palpatine. As such, their goals were closely aligned.